Right then, sandbag time. Okay, what we're gonna do is 3 lots of 1 minute lunges on each leg, 3 lots of 1 minute of rowing with the bag, 3 lots of max shoulder to overhead. So I'm going to show you what this looks like so it doesn't get too confusing. You can start off holding the bag. If holding the sandbag is too much on the lunges, just put it down. I've done this without, and it probably hurts more than you're going to think it's going to. Okay, so what you're going to do, I'll show you without the sandbag. If you wish to then pick the sandbag up yourself, totally up to you. So you are going to get into position. You're going to start that lunge already in that lunge. Okay, back foot is on the toe, so that big toe knuckle is down, and for a minute you're going to come up and down. So I'm not bashing my knee against the floor, I'm under control, and I'm going to lunge up and down. Now, what I'm looking to connect to is my glute and my hamstring here. Okay? When you're doing this, you might find that you need to play around with position, be more upright. Do you need to be a little bit more forward? Do you need to bring your feet closer together? Do they need to be further back? We're not there to watch you. You're trying to find your bum and your hamstring. You're going to do a minute with that right leg in that position, okay? So a minute there, minute rest. Then, left foot forward with right foot back, minute. Getting set in. So I've done a minute on my right, minute rest. Minute on my left, minute rest. 3 times. In total, you will have done 3 lots of 1 minute on your right and 3 lots of 1 minute on your left, with a minute rest in between each. Okay? After that, we'll then go into 3 lots of 1 minute with a row. So what we're looking to do is squeeze that bag together, and you're going to pull it using these muscles here. In order to do that, you're going to pull towards your lower tummy. Okay? You're not pulling to here. If you pull the bag to here, you're going to start shrugging and getting your shoulders up. You're going to keep the shoulders down, rowing into your tummy. Okay? I'll show you what that looks like. Have the bag going sideways. Hands under. Now this is going to be awkward, but that's why we're using a sandbag. Okay, so if you need to get it onto your knees in order to get ready for it, then that's fine. You're squeezing those arms together. Okay? So you can stand up, slight bend of the knee. You can then hinge over. Now in that hinge, I'm squeezing my bum. Okay, I want my bum to squeeze, which means that my feet are almost squeezing a little bit together in order to feel that. And then from that position, I'm going to roll the bag up towards my belly button. Okay, at the top of each row, have a 1 second rest. So slight pause, slight pause, slight pause, slight pause, slight pause. Looking for these muscles to be doing the work. You can do 3 lots of 1 minute with 1 minute rest in between. What I want you to be aware of, okay? You might saw me during that set that I started to put my head down. I found that what you're going to end up doing is arching your back and having your head up and doing this. That's going to put too much pressure on here, okay? I want to use those muscles, so I'll push those muscles out and keep my head forward, or my head certainly isn't back, okay? I'm going to use my head and pulling it in there. So I'm not bum out, head back. I'm locked in. My back is strong. And it's not moving, and I'm rowing it in, okay? If you feel like this is hurting your back, you need to use these muscles, okay? If you need, stand, put your fingers into so you got your belly button, come out to the side. Can you breathe in through your nose and push those muscles out, okay? If you can do that, I want you to keep that tension on while you're doing the rows. It'll take that pressure off your back. So if you think about squeezing here, doing the work, and not like that, okay? So 3 lots of 1 minute of the row, then have a little rest, so you got a minute in between, and then 3 lots of shoulder to overhead, okay? However you want, you can do them strict. So if this feels light, do strict. If it feels heavy, try some push press. If you need to rest, just hold it in that front rack if you can. Ideally, you'd hold on to it for at least a minute. If you need to dump it, then that's the end of your minute, okay? So it's not about doing a load of presses, putting it down, shaking it off, picking it up, doing a load of presses. It's do as many presses as you can. If you need to rest, hold it in that front rack position, and then get back into it. 3 lots of 1 minute with a minute rest in between. I'll show you what it looks like. Get the bag into the front rack position. And then from here, pressing. So that's a strict press. If I need to use here. As you can see, I'm pressing like you'd see a strong man do it. It's not about perfect head, what you'd expect in a competition. We're not in a competition, we're lifting a sandbag. Sandbag is an awkward weight that you'd lift in real life, okay? This is something you do in real life. You're gonna put something on a shelf above you. You don't go and put your head down or put your head through. What you're gonna do is you're gonna look where you're putting it and you're gonna lift that bag up and put it wherever you need to, okay? Wherever you're going with it, it's going. I'm not talking about having your head like fully back. It's just that eye line coming up, pressing that bag. So my shoulders are about here. What that means is you're using these bits and here to do the work and not on top of here and your weak shoulders. Using these big presses to hold that bag in the right place. If you practice for however long we're doing sandbags, if you practice that movement and building that pattern, I promise you when you come back to doing it with a bar, you'll feel so much better. Your shoulders will be in a much better position. You'll have more muscle to be able to stabilize that shoulder, which means that all of your other pressing movements will improve, okay? So this is 3 times max shoulder to overhead in a minute, okay? If you need to rest, hold it. Enjoy.